But we can't find him.
Officer, what's the situation? Is everyone out of the building? All right, move out and move up. All right, move. Let's go.
Show me the prop. This way. I want you to take a look at this, okay? Now, he's threatening to burn the place down, okay? Now, here it comes. This is what he keeps repeating.
What the hell is that?
A maniac. Now, he's in this building, and he's gonna try and burn it down.
Who is Andy Moore?
What the hell do I know? The maniac, baby. Look, try and find him, will you?
Lieutenant, I think I got him.
I'm talking to you from City Hall, where a young man, Andy Moore, demanding the identity of his actual parents, has been arrested for disrupting the Hall of Records. Moore, the brilliant young creative director of Titan Toys, just this year became one of the richest young executives in America. None of it is worth it, Moore was quoted as saying, if I don't know who I am.
He isn't getting anywhere.
That's good.
Are you sure?
Father Dowling, your parish account is overdrawn.
Well, according to my records, though, we should be just fine. Here, see for yourself.
Father, you haven't filled in all the stubs.
Oh, you know, you're right. That certainly would account for the missing money, wouldn't it?
When you write a check, Father, you have to fill in the stub.
Oh, that's good advice. Oh, about these overdrafts? You think you could cover them for me? Temporarily, of course.
Father, an habitually overdrawn account is a very serious problem.
Would you excuse me for just a minute, please? Pardon me.
Yes, Father?
I think there's a man online who intends to rob the bank.
What? Who?
Fourth one in line. I noticed him when he came in, and he didn't fill out that withdrawal slip.
Well, some people, Father, like for the teller to fill it out for them. I'll keep an eye on him, Father. Thanks just the same.
Hey, look. See, he's keeping his hand in his pocket, and he's got something very heavy in there.
Could be anything.
There, you see? He keeps patting it back in place. I really think you should try and stop him.
there!
Very nicely done. Now, about those checks I've written.
How did you know? He looked like anyone.
Oh, well, you know, detective stories are my passion, and I suppose that's why I have this odd way of looking at things. But about those checks.
Father Dowling, don't give it a second thought. The bank will be happy to honor the checks, and you'll make it up as soon as you can.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you so much. Good day.
Enough people together, we're going to organize that bus tour, Mr. Farnsworth. All right? So you take care of yourself now. Be careful. How'd it go at the bank?
We're overdrawn. How did it go at the soccer game?
We're overmatched. You know, if we don't get a decent goalie by next week, we might as well cancel the game. You know what Father Farina over at St. John's does?
What?
His goalie's a ringer.
Now, we don't know that.
We do know that. He's an upperclassman from public school.
Steve, we can't cheat no matter who else does. The important thing is how you play the game.
Well, that's fine as long as we win.
Sister Stephanie, I do not hold lunch.
Oh, yes, Marie. I'm sorry. It just took longer at the bank than I anticipated.
Father Hanukkah was always on time for everything. You could set your watch by him. Well, I'm off. But you may find something in the icebox.
Beam her up, Lord.
Charity, Steve. If Marie prefers my predecessor, that's her right.
Father Hanukkah died 15 years ago.
Well, some people take longer to adjust than others. Lord knows she may be right. Can hardly set your calendar by me.
Night's a Columbus dinner tonight, don't forget.
Oh, really? Tonight, is it?
Yep. And it's a fundraiser, Frank. You gotta get in there and make them give you money.
I hate raising money, and I do it so badly.
Well, you just gotta do it. I mean, the bishop's not gonna give us any more. And what are we supposed to cut? Soccer? Senior citizen outings?
Yeah, I know. I'll do it. It's just that...
St. Michael's Rectory. Yeah, he is. Hold on. It's the cops.
The police.
The cops.
Father Dowling here. Yes? Andy Moore. Yes, I know who he is. Wants to talk to me? He what? Oh, good Lord. I'll be right there. Steve, you have to drive me.
What's up? Wait up! What's going on?
Young fellow named Andy Moore. He came to see me last year.
So what about him?
He's out on a ledge. He's threatening to kill himself.
Well, in that case, we better get there fast.
Steve!
We're almost there, Frank. Frank? We here, Frank.
An unqualified miracle. On my list of things to do, I must put learn to drive at the top. My father, Dowling.
Over here, Father. Could everyone move back, please? He's very nervous.
So am I. Oh, dear.
Father Dowling.
You wanted to talk to me, Andy? I mean, most people just call me on the phone or drop by the rectory.
My real parents are out there somewhere, Father. Let them come forward, or they lose a son.
Now, Andy, you don't mean that. Now, come on inside. I'm freezing.
I'm not going back
Andy,
either.
no! For heavens, don't do that!
Oh, I'm all right. Don't worry about me. I'll go when I'm ready.
You're not supposed to go until God's ready. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to lecture you. It's just that
Father.
I've never done this, and I'm not used to this.
Well, just relax. Now take it easy. Take a deep breath. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you?
Me? Who am I? I'm not Andy Moore. I don't know who I am.
Your adoptive parents loved you, Andy.
But they're dead. I want my real parents. If I don't get them, I don't care about myself. That's the truth, Father. If you knew anything, you'd...
No, Look, I promise you that we'll get the word out to everybody that was on the parish rolls 22 years ago, and I'll work with you until we find your parents.
If we don't?
Oh, give it a try, son.
I don't know.
Give me a chance to help you.
Look, Frank. Who was that? What was that?
Don't you move. I'll be right back.
We're rigging a net. Stall in 5 minutes.
Oh, no. Please, God, no. I let him go, Steve. I had him and I let him go. I'm trying to put in a good word for a recent transfer, an unauthorized transfer. Why don't you go into dinner? I have to be alone here for a while.
I remember when I get really down on myself, that's when I get into trouble. Big trouble. You got me out of all that, Frank. You saved me. And I'm gonna say to you the magic words that you used on me, all right? You are not a failure.
I was today. Oh, Steve, I had him. I was turning him. And I looked away.
No, Frank, he was going. That's why he was even out on that ledge. He just couldn't do it with you looking at him, that's all. Well, sooner or later, you were gonna have to turn around. And the guy decided it was time to go.
I just can't believe it. Maybe I don't want to believe it.
Come on. Marie is gonna throw dinner away, you know. Afterwards, you can brood all you want, all right?
You're very tough, Sister Stephanie.
Don't you forget it, Father Frank. Is it all right if I turn on the TV?
The Dow Jones Industrial Average broke new ground today, rising 32 points to end the day at 2236. In local news, since Senator Paul Urdain announced his hearing into gangland activity, 2 key witnesses have mysteriously died in fatal accidents. Senator Urdain is still optimistic, however, that these hearings will be productive.
We have already issued subpoenas to several witnesses who expressed their willingness to testify, and this is really the first step in this state to move against organized crime. Now, that's all I can say at the moment.
In other news, tragedy struck downtown this afternoon at the home office of the Titan Toy Company. 22-year-old Andrew Moore, a young millionaire entrepreneur who would seem to have had everything to live for, today climaxed a fruitless, year-long search for his natural parents with a bizarre challenge for them to come forward that ended in his own death. For over an hour, Moore threatened
Frank, are you sure you want to watch this?
I can't hide from it.
Of Moore's parish priest, Father Frank Dowling of St. Michael's Roman Catholic Church in this city. As anxious onlookers watched at 3:20
Don't look
this
away.
afternoon, Moore plunged to his death.
That's enough. Frank, you don't have to look at this. You really don't. Frank, what is it?
I'm not sure.
I don't know how it happened, Father. She asked me to drive her home, invited me in for a drink. It would kill my wife if she found out. I'll never do it again.
I believe you, my son. Do 5 Hail Marys, 6 Our Fathers, and an act of contrition. And get a new secretary.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
How long since your last confession, my child?
A very long time, Father.
And what is your confession?
I have to know. What did Andy Moore say to you before his death?
Why do you ask?
I have to know, please.
If you want to talk to me about this, it would be more appropriate in my office. Don't you agree?
Looks like Bill's working late again tonight.
Can't park here, sister.
Why not, Fred?
Steve? Is that you?
That's right.
You gave up shoplifting.
I gave up a lot of things. So listen, is it all right if we park here?
Sure.
Wide assortment of friends you have. You better wait here.
Yeah, put a rush on it. Thank you.
Uncle Frank!
You okay?
I could be better. Who was the victim?
Oh, that's just some local hood.
Somebody shot him?
Well, actually, it was probably just an accident. What are you doing here, Frank?
It's about this afternoon.
Now, listen, Frank. I want you to forget it. I mean, you did everything that you could.
There are a couple of things that bother me. First, I don't really believe he wanted to jump. And I saw the footage on TV. He flinched as though he were hit by something. And he didn't actually jump. He sort of dropped like he was shot.
Uncle Frank, I read the medical examiner's report on him. There were no drugs in him, no foreign objects, no bullets. There's just a whole lot of trauma from hitting that pavement going a couple 100 miles an hour.
What if a bullet passed through his body? It could still be lodged in that building, or there could be a mark.
Frank, please.
Well, can't you just send a couple of men out there to check out the place?
No, I can't.
You know, Phil, When your poor mother, God rest her soul, was passing over, I promised her that I would look after
no, you
you.
don't. No,
Margaret,
no,
I said if Phil ever needs anything,
You're not going to do this
at all,
to
he
me.
doesn't even have to ask.
Please, don't do this.
So,
It's
when you
not-
needed help on the Nelson case, I was there. And when you got stuck in the Vernon killing, I was there.
Uncle Frank, now don't misunderstand me on this. I'm grateful, and yes, you actually have been helpful from time to time.
It's been my privilege.
But two things. Number one, I can't spare the men to go on some kind of a wild goose chase right now. And number two, Mother was in a coma for 2 months before she passed away. And the doctor told me that she never said a word to anyone.
It was in her eyes, Phil.
Dispatch to Unit 12. Unit 12, Phil, you out there?
Yeah, Jerry.
We've got a negative on this one.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. No bullets in this one either.
Who's in charge here?
I am, Senator. Sergeant Keegan.
What happened?
It appears the victim lost control of his vehicle.
Are you telling me that was an accident?
Well, it certainly seems so, yes.
You know who was in that car?
Yes, sir, Eddie Locarno.
Locarno, one of my prime witnesses. He was supposed to testify tomorrow morning at the hearing.
I certainly wouldn't rule out the possibility of foul play.
Who are you?
I'm Father Frank Dowling, Senator, from St. Michael's, your old parish.
My uncle here is something of an amateur detective.
Why do you say that, Father?
Well, it just seems curious. Deserted street. Judging from the impact, I'd say he was going at a pretty high rate of speed when he hit that pole.
So?
So, no skid marks. If it was, say, a heart attack, he would have instinctively hit the brakes. Don't you think?
I think you should stop playing detective.
Father may have something there. You better make sure you cover all the bases, Sergeant.
Well, that is the plan. Excuse me?
Father? Didn't I just see you on the television news, that fellow who jumped?
I'm afraid so. I'm not so sure that was an accident either.
Really? Why do you say that?
Well, it's a lot like this one. It just doesn't feel right. I can't prove anything yet.
Well, if you find there's a connection between the two, you be sure to let me know. Good night, Father.
Oh, Senator, there is something I do have to ask you.
Yes.
Well, I know this is a little awkward, but the parish has fallen on hard times financially.
Ah, yes. Well, now, if you're fundraising, Father, you feel free to use my name and give my regards to Father Honecker.
I'll try.
I call.
4 9s. Eat your heart out.
I thought gambling was illegal.
Yeah, but it's open season on pigeons.
Get her out of here, Father. She's a public nuisance.
Give it back.
It's a donation. So how'd it go?
Phil says he can't spare any men.
That old line about his mother didn't work, huh?
No. I wonder why.
We can't see from here. Somebody's got to go out there and look.
I'll try and get the building window washer. Excuse me. Could you possibly get me the building window washer?
Oh, we don't have one. We arrange for a man every 2 weeks. Would you like me to call maintenance?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. We'll be in here.
I don't see a thing, Frank.
Steve, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a mark or something.
That's a very bad idea.
Whoa.
Steve!
No problem. No problem. No problem.
Hey, what are you doing?
You startled me.
I'm Charles Robinson, Andy's partner in this outfit.
I'm Father Frank Dowling.
My wife, Teresa.
How do you do?
Must have been awful.
Yes, it was. I understand you two were out of town.
On vacation in Canada.
We came back the moment we heard.
Poor Andy.
He's been obsessive on the subject, but I never dreamed he'd actually do something like this.
When is the service?
Thursday. Did you happen to know anyone who might want to kill Andy?
What?
Well, if it wasn't an accident, strictly speaking.
What are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting, I'm just wondering.
Is that so?
Hey, Frank, it's freezing out there.
This is Sister Stephanie, Mr. and Mrs. Robinson.
How you doing? I was just checking.
Yeah, if you'll excuse us, we're just making our rounds. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Robinson, are you Catholic?
Lapsed.
Oh. I thought maybe I might have bumped into you in the church.
Unlikely.
Did you find anything out there?
No, sorry.
We're just gonna have to keep on looking.
Father Dowling?
Yes?
Police. Let's go.
Go where? You mind telling me where we're going?
Frank!
Well, there's nothing I like better than a nice drive. Where are we going?
Everything all right, sister?
I think I should get my brakes checked.
Ah, gentlemen, the special visitor that I promised you. This is the priest from my old parish, Father Frank Dowling. I had to use my police protection to hustle him on down here. He's notoriously shy about asking for contributions. Father Dowling, some of my classmates from Notre Dame, whom I'm sure will open up their hearts and their checkbooks to you.
Here, here. Right, here.
Father, you didn't collect any contributions.
Oh, I know, but... Well, they were all having such a good time, and I suppose my heart just isn't in it right now.
Yes, that Andy Moore business. How's that going?
Stag party over?
Oh, Patricia. This is Father Frank Dowling. It's my daughter, Patricia.
My pleasure.
Good evening, Father.
Father Dowling is from St. Michael's. Excuse me.
Ever been to St. Michael's, Mr. Dane?
Not since I was a child.
Oh, well, perhaps you and your father will come to a Sunday service one day.
The senator only attends church at election time.
What about you?
I'm just a poor little rich girl. I do whatever pleases my daddy.
You live here?
When I'm between marriages. Since my mother's death, the senator likes having someone on his arm at public occasions. Sort of a live-in hood ornament.
Are you a confirmed cynic, Miss Dane?
Ask anyone.
It's been my experience when you scratch a cynic, you'll find a romantic underneath.
People don't try that with me, Father. I scratch back.
That was my office. I have to go down and work on some depositions they've just taken. Can I give you a lift?
Oh, that would be nice. Good night. Oh, do you have any children, Miss Erdane?
No, why?
I've read so much about you over the years, I just couldn't remember, that's all. Good night. Thanks for the evening, Senator.
Don't mention it, Father. My pleasure.
Steve.
You're late.
I know, but I called to let you know where I was.
How'd it go?
Well, it was a very interesting evening, all in all. I'll tell you all about it in the morning.
Okay.
Well, don't you think you should go back to the convent and sleep in your own bed?
Kind of like it here. Sort of reminds me of my favorite time at home, you know? Right after my father had passed out, my mother had finished cleaning up the plate she broke over his head. Just before the cops came looking for my brother. Good night.
Good night, Steve.
Agatha Christie again.
Oh, there you are, Marie, working tirelessly.
This is a large place for one person to keep up. I used to tell Father Honecker that all the time. He was very understanding.
Well, I hope I'm understanding, too. Of course, I have been distracted lately by this terrible death to poor Andy Moore.
Well, I can finish up in here later.
Oh, no, don't rush off. You know, you and I have so little chance to just sit down and talk together. You have your work, and I always seem to be running to catch up with myself. Come, I got a little surprise for you.
Oh.
Here.
I shouldn't.
We'll drink to Father Honecker.
Oh.
Sit down, please. Honestly, if you weren't here, Marie, I just don't know how we'd get along. Your knowledge of the parish is really the only thing between us and chaos.
Oh, really? No.
Oh, yes.
I'm not really that important.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but just before Father Honecker passed away, he said to me, Frank, if you ever need anything at all, ask Marie. Why, she'll give you her right arm if you need it.
Did he really say that?
Oh, you should have seen the look in his eyes.
The man was a saint.
Well, he was certainly right about you. You know everything about the parish. I bet you even remember the Andy Moore adoption, and that was, 22 years ago.
Of course I do. The amazing thing about that was the secrecy.
Oh, really?
Father Honecker even kept that a secret from me.
So you don't know who the real parents were either?
They should be found, shouldn't they? To be notified.
Exactly. They must have been here in the parish. How do we find them, Marie?
Well, just let me think.
is the right address?
Absolutely.
What are we doing here?
Marie dug out Father Honeker's old appointment books from the attic, and there were two unusual places that he went around the same time. We're here now. We'll do this one first. Right.
Oh, goodness me, is it Sunday already?
Tell Mother I'll be right home.
Hey, you don't want to use the restrooms. Trust me. Hey, Louis, check it out.
Got a penguin in my eye.
Just been arrested.
Am I doing it right?
7's a better shot.
The 7.
Yeah, it's wired.
You want to try it?
Sister, I don't think you should. These gentlemen play for money.
Father, I had no idea.
Oh, yes, you did.
$20 a ball, too much?
Go ahead.
What do you think?
Easy money.
7 inside. Bank 5, cross side. Combination 14 in the corner. No, you can keep your money. However, if you would like to make a donation to St. Michael's, it will be appreciated. It is tax deductible.
Are you really a nun?
Sister Stephanie of St. Michael's. I'd like you all to meet our pastor, Father Dowling.
Look, I know this may sound a little strange, but 22 years ago, my predecessor, Father Honeker, he had a meeting with the owner of this bar. Now, do any of you happen to know who that might be?
Same guy owned this bar for 30 years. Like the sign says, Vinny. Vincent Pello.
Vincent Pello.
The biggest mob guy in Chicago.
Well, then he's the one we ought to talk to. Come on. Are you sure this is the place?
It's the only one in the book.
Well, better wait here. I'd like to speak.
Nobody's home.
Vincent Pello.
doing in here? You're supposed to be in the car.
I saw you sneaking in. I hate to tell you this, Frank, but you have no future as a burglar. Besides, isn't this breaking and entering?
I didn't break. I just entered. And look at these.
Looks like Vincent Pello was a little slow opening his mail.
Some of these letters go back a couple of months. You know that thug that opened the door?
Yeah.
He said nobody was home, but I think I saw Vincent Pello at an upstairs window.
How do you know it was him?
No, I don't. But it was somebody. I'd much rather talk to them than that thug.
Frank, these are very dangerous people. Why don't we just go now and we'll come back another time, all right?
Steve, no matter who Vincent Pello is or what he's done, he's still an old member of our parish. I'm in no danger here.
We're going now.
You go back to the car. I'll be fine. Come on.
Frank.
This'll just take a couple of minutes now. Go on. This may appear a bit odd to you, but I sort of came down here by accident. I'd like to see Vincent Pello.
He's right behind you.
Oh. Well, I knew he dropped out of sight, but I had no idea.
Everyone thinks he's been in Sicily for the past 3 months. And since you're a priest, I expect you to treat this confession with confidence.
How did he die?
One morning after breakfast, my husband laid down, closed his eyes, and never opened them again. I got a permit for this. You here for a worthy cause, Father?
Oh, no. No, I'm not here for a contribution.
No?
You own well, that is, your husband owned a bar called Vinny's?
Oh, yes. Vinny's first acquisition. I keep it mostly out of sentiment.
Well, 22 years ago, my predecessor at St. Michael's, Father Honecker, had an appointment to meet with him there.
22 years. That's a long time.
Do you know why he went there?
Why are you so interested?
Oh, well, we're sort of doing a biography on Father Honecker just for the church records. There's been some talk about possible nomination for sainthood.
That was when my oldest son, Joe, got killed. Shot down on the street. The police never found out who shot him. Father Honecker came around to give Vinny the church's solace.
Is that the only reason he met with him?
Of course. It's a terrible thing to lose your only son.
I'm sure it must be.
Anything else?
No. Well, actually, St. Michael's could use a contribution.
I'll send a check.
Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, when was the last time you were in church?
I can't remember.
That's too long.
So, what's up?
I think maybe I'm grasping at straws. Let's go home and get back to work.
do something about that.
Excuse me, Father Frank, what are you doing?
Thinking.
Well, I hate to rush you, but you have a church full of people waiting for you.
Oh, Steve, I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I'm losing my grip here.
Well, you gotta take it easy, Frank. I mean, you've been under a lot of pressure lately, you know?
You know what it really is? I think I pursued this whole thing to let myself off the hook. So I wouldn't blame myself for what happened to Andy.
Yeah, well, don't sell yourself short, Frank. I mean, your hunches have been pretty good in the past.
Yeah. What's this?
That's a video camera.
Oh, I know that, but what's it doing here?
I put it there.
Where'd you get it?
Well, it belongs to Larry Beekman's father. I borrowed it.
Whatever for?
Well, I told Larry's dad that I wanted to, tape some soccer practices, kind of a visual aid sort of thing.
Nice. By God's mercy, we who leave this church today in sorrow will be reunited in the joy of God's kingdom. Let us comfort one another in the faith of Jesus Christ. And now we will hear a few words from Andy's dear friend and partner, Mr. Charles Robinson.
Andrew Gregory Moore and I grew up together here in Chicago. He was like my brother. They say opposites attract, and that was us. He was quiet, and I was loud. And he was a brain and an A student, and I was always in trouble. Andy Moore went on to prove to the world that he was an authentic mechanical genius. He could have invented anything. Missiles, rockets, new and terrifying weapons. But the gentle part of him you see in what he has left behind. Toys. Toys for children. Because he always felt he was one of them. And he always wanted to know who his real parents were, you know. I like to think he's with them now.
Sister Stephanie, I cannot imagine what possessed you. During a funeral mass. What if someone had seen you? That's all we need is another complaint to Bishop McNee. He's ready to send us to some new foreign mission as it is.
I just wanted to see if anybody interesting showed up.
Turn it on. Maria Pello.
Yeah, she came late. She stayed just a minute. So what do you think?
I think maybe we're not on a false trail after all. And maybe we're not finished yet.
The Lakeshore Drive
Right,
doctor?
Doctor, right.
When you called, I checked my files. I could find the record of only one visit from your Father Honecker.
Well, that's what struck me so odd. Dr. Sullivan is his regular doctor. Why did he come to you?
You realize, Father, that my records are as privileged as your confessional.
It's my contention that his meeting with you had something to do with the Andy Moore adoption, such as you being the doctor of the natural mother. Now, is it her identity you're trying to protect?
You're asking a great deal, Father.
It means a great deal, Doctor.
Father Honecker came to see me about an obesity problem. He was embarrassed to go to his regular physician. That's why he consulted me. See for yourself.
Doctor, I understand you trying to protect the privacy of your patient, but I knew Father Honecker, and he wasn't fat. And if my nephew, Phil Keegan, who's with the police, were to take an interest, well, I'm afraid the result would be much more public than if it were handled by me.
Very well. It was the Moore adoption. The mother phoned me just a few weeks ago. She told me where she is now.
The real mother?
Yes, she was afraid. After that public scene at the Hall of Records, she didn't want some reporter hunting her down. She wanted to be sure that her secret was safe with me.
I'll treat everything you tell me as privileged, which is more than you can expect from the police and the press.
And you are the lesser of two evils, aren't you?
Well, I hadn't thought of myself quite like that. Catherine St. Urban, 2734 Kalmar Drive. Very good handwriting.
We can when we must.
Well, thank you very much.
I hope she understands.
Oh, I wonder, could I impose on you for a brief medical opinion?
Not at all.
Well, I have a touch of the navicular disease. My doctor's been prescribing phenylbutazone, and, well, do you think that's best?
Absolutely. I wouldn't second guess your regular doctor.
Oh, thank you.
Did he believe you were me?
Sure, why not?
You were smart to call us when you heard from the priest. I knew I'd never be able to lie to him. I'd be too nervous. So now it's taken care of. But what if he comes back? What do I do then?
What a grand old home.
Actually, it's more of a house.
How's that?
This place is sort of a landmark.
Really?
Yeah?
A landmark, huh? I'd like to see Catherine St. Urban, please.
Who wants to see her?
I'm Father Dowling. Just tell her Dr. Canfield sent us.
Come on in.
Steve? Is that you? Jane. Hey, it's been years. Is that legit? Absolutely. So what are you doing here? Oh, it's healthier than the streets. Yeah. You want some coffee? Sure.
Kate'll be right down.
You just make yourself comfortable. Oh, darling, that will make you comfortable.
What? You don't have to go to any trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
Why, it's our pleasure.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure.
First time here.
All right, girls, come on.
Okay. See ya.
Hello, Father. We're not open until tonight. They told me a priest wanted me.
You're Catherine St. Urban?
In the flesh.
I'm here on business.
So am I.
I'm Frank Dowling. I succeeded Father Honecker at St. John's. I wanted to talk to you about Andy Moore, your son.
I don't have a son.
Connie Donahue, Mike Flanagan's girl.
What?
1976, Flanagan knocks over the Trade Bank of Chicago. You and he disappear, and so does the money. You know, I have a feeling that the police would like to know where you are.
Just what do you want?
Andy Moore was your son.
Yes.
Where's Andy's natural father?
He was the pimp who originally turned me out on the street. He disappeared when I got pregnant.
I thought you might come to the funeral.
I never knew the boy. Never really wanted to. That's all there is, Father.
Well, thank you for seeing me. You've been a great help.
He turned out really well, didn't he? My son.
He was a fine young man. Oh, by the way, are you Catholic?
Are you kidding?
I've never been happier in my life. But what about you? How are things for you here?
It's okay. Kate's a good boss. I get sick of it sometimes.
You can always exchange a bad habit for this one, you know? Worked for me. You want to talk about it, you call me sometime, all right?
I'll call you sometime.
We're done here.
Frank, she isn't the mother.
I know. She's a good liar. When I said Father Honecker was at St. John's instead of St. Michael's, she went right along with it.
No, more than that. That girl, Jane, she told me Potter would put Catherine St. Urban in the life. She can't have kids.
I suspected as much.
You knew she was a liar before we even got here?
For one thing, Dr. Canfield is a fake.
A fake.
I asked him if I should keep using phenylbutazone for my navicular disease.
The wrong medicine.
Oh, no. It's the right medicine for that disease, which affects the navicular bone in the foot of horses. Human beings don't have that disease because they don't have that bone. Sometimes a little luck helps.
Maria Pello again.
That's Catherine St. Urban, or whatever her real name is. Let's stay with him. He works for Maria Pello.
I wonder who he's talking to. Bill's supposed to be here?
Yeah, there he is.
Isn't this Dr. Canfield's building?
Yes.
Hey, Phil!
Oh, hi, Steve.
Phil,
Hello, Frank.
what happened here?
Some tenant took a header down the air shaft. It's probably just an accident, but I'll have to write up a report.
Dr. Sidney Canfield?
Yeah, how did you know that?
It's been that kind of a day. Did you know that Paul Ordane has been meeting secretly with Maria Pello?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, you're not even curious as to why?
Who knows, Frank? Maybe he wants to get her to open up in front of his committee. Look, Frank, I've got real problems.
Phil, I think Dr. Canfield delivered Andy Moore. Now, can you get me a peek at his medical records?
Oh, now, come on, Frank. I can't do that. Look, they're confidential.
I deal in confidences every day. It's my specialty.
No, I can't.
All right. By the way, when was your last confession?
I'm not telling.
You know what I was thinking? I could go back to Vinny's bar, I could go upstairs, I could look around, I could see if I come up with anything interesting. What do you think?
Absolutely not.
That's what I thought.
Sergeant Keegan is quite right, Father. I am trying to cut a deal with Maria Pello. And if necessary, I'll get her immunity in exchange for her testimony.
But why?
Well, to stop all of these so-called accidents, for one thing. They're all members of the Pello family.
Have you known Maria Pello long?
Oh, we met a couple of times, usually outside of hearing rooms.
Did you know Vince?
Oh, yeah.
What about their son, Joey?
Yeah, no. Why?
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Well, Father, no secrets.
Well, if I had a suspicious nature, I might think that you took an interest in me because of Andy Moore, and that your meeting with the Pellos was about him. See, I keep thinking that these deaths in the Pello family are somehow connected to Andy.
Yes, actually, so did I. And frankly, that is why I took an interest in you.
I just can't figure out how Andy relates to all of this.
Well, if I find anything, and I mean anything at all, where I can see a connection to the boy, I'll let you know right away, Father, all right?
Fine. Oh, is Patricia at home?
No, she's out for the afternoon. Oh, incidentally, Father, my meeting with the fellow is strictly confidential between you and God's ear.
He won't tell anyone.
Oh.
Hello, Father.
Patricia, I was just asking about you. I'd like to talk to you for a moment.
About what?
Patricia, could you come in here, please?
I guess it'll have to wait.
And may God's blessings be with all of us, his adopted sons and daughters. May he make us, wherever we go, faithful members of his church through Christ our Lord. Amen. And may God's blessings be with you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Congratulations. And to you, too.
Excuse me, Father Dowling.
Oh, you here to confess?
No, Presbyterian.
Well, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you'd had any luck finding Andy's parents.
Not yet.
I've had an offer to sell the company.
Well, what's that got to do with Andy's parents?
They'd be entitled to Andy's 50%. And I'd really like to see that they get it.
Do you think you'll sell?
My heart's not in it anymore without him. Any progress on that idea of yours that Andy's death wasn't a suicide?
Not really.
Can't imagine why anyone would hurt Andy. Let me know if you get a lead on the parents.
This'll just take a minute.
Tony who? There ain't no Tony here. Get some help.
Which way to go when upstairs, huh?
What's going on?
Girl was upstairs.
Who?
I don't know. She got away.
What was she doing?
I don't know, Mr. Sloan.
Describe her.
Bishop McNee, how nice to see you again.
I honestly wish it were good to see you, Frank.
Is something wrong?
Take a look at that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my. Where did you get these?
They were sent anonymously.
Oh, well, I can explain, Bishop. You see, I was visiting a landmark. A bordello.
You what?
You know, a house of ill repute. Potential converts.
I don't want to hear about it. Frank, I've warned you before. Now I'm telling you, stop.
But, Bishop, I am onto something.
I don't care.
But whoever sent you these pictures is trying to stop me.
Frank! Stop playing detective, or I'll remove you from the parish.
Father Frank, I got something. Bishop McNee, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here.
No, Sister Stephanie, you needn't withdraw. Father Dowling and I have terminated our conversation.
What was that all about? Very cute. Little blackmail, huh? So guess where I've been?
Where?
Do you remember that we saw Catherine St. Urban go into a door next to Vinny's bar? Well, they got an apartment upstairs, and I went there, and you're not going to believe what I found.
Vinny's bar? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
No,
Those people...
Just wait, just look. This was a bullet. Now it's just this part and the powder.
I don't understand.
And the bottom of my bag is wet.
Wet?
Yeah, and I found this bullet in the freezer.
Freezer? Ice. A bullet made of ice that kills and then disappears.
Andy Moore.
Yeah. Well, we don't know who did it or why, but at last we know how it was done.
Uncle Frank, I'm sorry, but I really can't deal with this right now. I've got the commissioner, the mayor, the senator on my back, and you're talking about frozen bullets. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with it, okay?
The bullets aren't frozen. They're made of ice.
Oh, that's much better. Now, please, go home.
Look, Phil, in all your accidents, the bodies were mangled.
So?
So they weren't accidents. They were murders. The victims were all shot with bullets made of ice.
So there'd be no trace?
Yeah, just like Andy Moore.
Bullets made of ice.
Yes.
Where's the mob gonna get something like that? Yeah. I'll be right there. Now the commissioner wants to see me.
Now, wait a minute, Phil. There is something you can do.
What?
I need to know who was Dr. Canfield's maternity patients 22 years ago.
Oh, now look, I told you, I can't give you access to those medical records.
No, but you can find out at which hospitals he was on staff. Andy Moore's mother was admitted to one of those hospitals.
No. You won't give up on this, will you?
No.
Hello, sister.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you could.
How's that?
Well, I'm intrigued by computers.
You came to the right place. I don't remember seeing you around here before.
Well, that's probably because I've never been around here before. I'm from St. Michael's.
So, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, I don't want to take up your time. I mean, you're obviously a very busy man.
This thing does all the work, actually.
Dr. Shadle.
Well, you know, I was telling Father Dowling the other day, we really should get a computer, you know, put all the parish records on it.
Nice idea.
Yeah, it is, but, you know, just between you and me, the father's a little bit old-fashioned, you know, and he doesn't think that we can get all the records on one computer. You know, they go back 50 years or so.
This model could handle everything you wanted.
You really think so?
Absolutely. I can access all the records of this hospital from the day it opened to this morning.
Well, I find that a little hard to believe.
Oh, I wouldn't lie to you, sister.
Can you prove it?
Sure.
Okay. Well, call something up then from a long time ago.
Well, let's see.
How about 22 years?
Well, we could call up,
The maternity records. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
In August.
August.
August the 15th.
There you are.
Look at that. That's amazing. Thanks.
Don't you want the name of the make and the model for the father?
Oh, that's a Xenon X70 with multiple access and a triad digital base, right? See ya.
Good morning, Mr. Dane. I heard you ran here every day.
Yeah,
Could we go somewhere and talk?
I have another mile to go.
Are you running to or away from something?
What does that mean?
Your father's a very powerful man, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I imagine it must be hard to find a man to measure up to him.
In what regard?
Well, a man for yourself.
I've managed.
2 marriages and you return to your maiden name, his name?
I have things to do, excuse me.
Joey Pello. Did you love him? 22 years ago, you were really just a girl, weren't you? Must have been exciting, a mobster's son. Your father must have been furious when he found out you were pregnant, wasn't he?
I was never pregnant.
22 years ago, you were admitted to Lake Memorial Hospital by Dr. Sidney Canfield. And that's where your son was born, and that's where your father made you put him up for adoption, and that's what this is all about, isn't it?
What is any of this to you, really?
I think someone killed your son, Andy Moore. And I don't know why, but somehow it has to do with your father and the Pello family. And you came into my confessional the other day, didn't you? Tell me I'm wrong and I'll go away.
Go away.
Steve,
Yeah.
did I forget to pay the light bill again this month?
No, you paid it.
Well, would you mind checking the breaker? We might have blown a fuse.
I'm on my way.
Call him.
Father Dowling,
Yes?
get out of here!
All right, he's gone.
I'll get it.
Father Dowling's expecting you. Thank you. Well, Father?
Senator Urdain, thank you for coming.
Patricia, what are you doing here?
I asked her to be here.
Why?
Because once and for all, I want the whole truth. Someone tried to kill me and my assistant last night, so maybe you'll be kind enough to supply the missing pieces.
Come on, Patricia, we're going.
I think you'd better listen.
Patricia.
She's right, Senator. Have a seat, please.
Oh, what is it?
22 years ago, Patricia was pregnant by Joey Pello and planned to marry him. But he was killed in a gang war. Your price for helping your daughter was that she put her child up for adoption and then never have anything more to do with it. But what I think happened, what nobody else knew, was that that child created the initial contact between you and the Pellos.
I have no connection with them except the intention to put them all behind bars.
Oh, I'll just bet that when you met the Pellos to arrange that secret adoption, that you suddenly all realized how valuable you could be to each other. And you've been secret partners ever since, haven't you? Right now, this massive investigation of yours is just a mere charade while Mrs. Pello eliminates the weak links in her organization. If they're ready to sing to you, she eliminates them. It's sort of like spring house cleaning.
What it is fantasy.
I'm right, aren't I?
Total fantasy.
And because I was getting too close to the truth, one of them tried to have me killed last night. And because Andy Moore refused to give up learning the truth about his parents, Mrs. Pello had him killed.
That's a lie. He was my grandson.
Maria, for God's sake, what are you doing here?
Hello, Patricia. Remember me?
Yes.
This priest got everything else right. He's a little too smart for his own good. But then he says, I killed Moore. You know me, Patricia. I haven't changed. Joe was my only son. Andy Moore was his only child.
And mine.
I was his grandmother. I'm not like this aristocrat here. My blood isn't blue and cold. It's hot and red, and it was in that boy's veins. I watched over him all his life. He never knew it. When that toy company needed capital to get started, I arranged it. He never met me, but I was always there. And I could never kill that boy. He was all that was left of Joe.
Mrs. Pello, 3 of your enemies died recently in an accident. I know how they were killed.
How?
They were shot with bullets made of ice that melted and left no trace. And that's exactly the way Andy Moore died.
No! I couldn't do that. Not to Joe's boy.
Well, who else could have?
Never mind, priest. It's over. You can't prove a thing. And there's nothing left to look for. You go public. We'll all deny this ever happened. We'll take care of the rest of this business. Ourselves.
Patricia, we're leaving. Patricia.
You know what you are, Father? You're someone who, from the moment he gets up in the morning until the moment he falls asleep, no one ever says no to. If I had said no to you then, I would have a son now. Go home, Senator.
I know how painful this must be for you. I'm truly sorry.
Frank, what are you doing?
Thinking.
So what's gonna happen? Father Frank?
Of course. Maria Pello was involved in the toy company, and Andy Moore never knew it.
So?
So, let's go.
You the people looking for Mr. Robinson?
Yes, I'm Father Dowling, and this is Sister Stephanie.
Hello.
Steve.
Well, he was here, but he left. He got a call from some woman and had to go meet her.
Do you know where?
He wrote it down. It's up front. Give me a second.
Thanks.
Here's the address.
Thanks, I appreciate it. This is my nephew Phil's phone number. Would you mind calling him and asking him to meet us there? It's an emergency.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. Oh, is the ice bullet project still on?
No, it's done. You know about that, huh?
I was Andy Moore's priest.
Oh, that was all very hush-hush. Mr. Robinson handled the whole thing himself. He wouldn't even let us talk about it with Mr. Moore.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was the only defense contract we ever had. I don't even know what it was. Navy or something.
But it's over now?
Yeah, we are back to just toys.
I hope we didn't spend too much time back there.
You mean I should go fast?
Yes.
So tell me what's going on. Is Robinson the killer? We trying to keep him from getting killed.
Both. Maria Pello undoubtedly got to know Robinson when she financed the toy company, and she turned the toy company into the mob's research and development arm. They developed those bullets, and Marie's been using them to get rid of her own enemies. But Robinson used one to kill Andy Moore.
He's supposed to be away on vacation.
I know.
Well, so how did he do it? Why did he do it?
I don't know the how, but the why is because when he sold the company, he didn't want Andy Moore to have 50%.
Over here, Chuck.
It's a funny place to meet, Mrs. Pello.
It's private. How come you killed your partner?
Mrs. Pello, you're amazing. How'd you know that?
A fella told me. Did Moore find out about us? Was that it?
No. No, of course not.
I don't get it. Why did you kill him?
I'm selling the company. If he dies, I get it all. You know how it is, Mrs. Pello. Therese and I like to live pretty well. The company's successful, but not that successful.
Was Teresa in on it with you?
Not her. She liked Andy. She was my alibi. I was in Canada when Andy took the dive. Except she was taking classes. And I was off by myself on the slopes. And where I was a chartered plane. 3 hours, round trip. She never missed me.
You knew he was going out there?
I told him to do it. That was the beauty of the thing. Do it when I'm away so I can't be called to talk you in. Do it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon so your message will get on the 6 o'clock news. It was perfect. He went out there like a lamb.
Okay, that's all. Sloan?
We better go back down and wait for Phil.
What is it? Mrs. Pello, what's going on?
Andy Moore was my grandson. Why else do you think I'd invest money with a scum like you?
For the ice bullet. For the advancements we could... No!
You're gonna have a fall. Goodbye, Chuck.
I hope you've got more than one of those bullets, Mrs. Pello. And a good explanation as to why we both fell off this building.
Out of the way, priest. This is family.
No, it isn't. It's a matter for the law.
What'll the law do? Put him in prison?
Yes!
I got friends in the pen. It still comes out the same place.
That's between you and your conscience. But above you is God and the law. And they both must judge this man.
I will kill you, priest, if you don't get out of my way.
Freeze!
Oh. Don't move! Go.
Frank, what's going on here?
Congratulations, nephew. You've done it again. I fell asleep. Well, I was up late last night, and I'm not used to that. What happened?
We won!
Was it spirit or fate?
No, it was goaltending. Our new goalie.
Steve? But you're a ringer.
No, I'm not. Girls can play on the team as long as they're members of St. Michael's Parish. Where in the rules does it say a nun can't play soccer?
I was told that somebody was... Patricia.
Father Dowling, I'm leaving Chicago this afternoon, and I wanted to see you before I go.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're having a celebration. We won a soccer game. It's a miracle. You're leaving the city?
On my own. I'm not Daddy's little girl anymore, thanks to you. For what you did for me and what you tried to do for my son. Buy some soccer balls, huh?
That's an awful lot of soccer balls. Thank you.
Give me your blessing, Father.
You have it, my child. And I pray you find contentment.
Or something. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
What made you first suspect the truth, Detective Keegan?
Well, it's hard to reconstruct the actual thought process. The important thing is the result. We do have organized crime figure Maria Pello in custody, and we expect to prove our case against her.
In the strangest turn of events thus far, Senator Paul Urdain, whose crime subcommittee has been holding hearings in Chicago, has himself been linked with the notorious Pello family.
Oh, well, all I can say is we do expect Senator Urdain to appear before the grand jury shortly.
Police Commissioner Murphy was quoted as saying, "We've come to expect this kind of brilliant detective work from young Phil Keegan."
The young detective
Phil's taking all the credit again.
He's not taking it, they're pushing it on him. What's the poor boy to do?
Are we celebrating here or not? Come on!
Police are still mystified by the baffling disappearance of millionaire heiress Kathy Beauregard. In an extraordinary set of circumstances, Miss Beauregard disappeared from a locked room in her penthouse apartment.
I was interested in that.
I know.
Uh-oh, Melissa, what happened here?
You seen my keys?
Yeah, with the mail. On the living room table.
Ah.
Keys again?
Don't forget to call the plumber.
Right.
Half my shower wound up on the bathroom floor. But gentleman that I am, I cleaned it up.
Oh, you are a prince. Don't forget to call me when you get there, please.
I'll be back Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, it's weekend work. Can't be avoided. Don't you get too big while your daddy's gone. Want to see me to the door? Huh?
Please be careful.
If you insist.
I do. I love you. Wave bye to Daddy. Bye. Hi.
Yeah, it's me. I went home for the weekend. Sure, I can meet you in about 30 minutes. Where? Okay.
I don't know what to do, Father. I think I love Michael more than I do John.
More than your husband?
Yes.
Well, I think you love Michael in a different way than you love John. After all, Michael is your cat.
But what do I do?
I think you should say 10 Hail Marys, put the cat out at night, and John on a diet.
Thank you, Father.
Could you speak up louder, my son? Are you all right? Oh, my God, what happened to you?
Closer. Delmonico's. Behind the mirror.
Through this holy anointing, may the Lord in his love and mercy help you with the grace of the Holy Spirit.
I'm just no good at cards.
Yeah, but this game is easy. You only use 3 cards.
Oh, well, that's better. How do you play it?
Okay. You got the 2 black aces, right? And you got the red queen. This was a big favorite in the neighborhood. Now, if you can tell me where the red queen is, then I'll do the dishes all week long. But if you can't tell me, then you have to stay late tomorrow and make a pot roast. Well, how about 2 out of 3? Pot roast and chocolate cake.
Oh.
Frank, what's the matter?
A man just died in the confessional. Operator, this is an emergency.
Yeah, I got it.
Herbie, he practically died in my arms.
If he comes back, Frank, you have him give us a call. Oh, hey, Frank, nobody calls me Herbie, not since like the 3rd grade. So just call me what everybody else calls me. Sarge.
Sarge, I'm telling you that the man was dead. He must have been stabbed or shot or something. He had blood all over him.
There's no trace of blood on the floor. There's no trace of blood on the wall. There's no trace of him. Maybe he had like a seizure or something, you know, and you left. He felt better. He left.
He was dead. He said something about Delmonico's behind a mirror. That's all I could make out.
Okay, well, you have it your way, Frank. He's dead, but he's not here. Listen, I gotta get back to work. I'll see you on Sunday, huh?
That'll be a nice change. Oh, give my best to Glenda.
Excuse me, sister, could we ask you a few questions?
Is that on?
The police just informed us that you reported a murder here, but now the body is missing. Is that correct?
I think they're working on that part.
Are you Father Dowling?
Yes, I am, but we have nothing to say about this matter. Thanks just the same.
Do you think there's any religious significance to the disappearance of this dead man?
What?
Did the body just appear to you?
Look, I don't care for what you're implying.
Frank, I think we should just leave this alone.
Would you say this is a rather miraculous occurrence?
A man died in my confessional. When the police arrived, he'd been removed. This is not a miracle. In fact, there's every evidence to suggest foul play. Now, that's all I have to say.
Do you mind if I stay and see if we made the 10 o'clock news too?
How could they resist repeating it? I tried reaching the bishop at his residence to warn him, but they said he was out.
Oh, good. Well, maybe he didn't see the 6 o'clock news. You know, he'd like nothing better than a reason to ship you to Alaska. What could that be?
With my luck, it's probably 60 minutes.
Good evening, Your Excellency. Please come in.
Oh, good evening, Your Excellency.
Frank, this is Father Prestwick.
I tried to reach you earlier.
I'm sure you did. We've already seen the news, Sister Stephanie.
Oh, Bishop, before you say anything, please let me explain. I never intended to go on television about this because I realized it might be compromising the church, and that's the last thing
Now, excuse me, Frank, but this explanation really isn't necessary. I would assume as much.
You would?
Of course.
Oh.
I merely came by to introduce Father Prestwick. Father is interested in spending some time observing a typical parish, since he's in line for one of his own.
Like ours?
Exactly like ours?
Exactly.
I promise not to be underfoot, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to see how your church works firsthand.
First thing in the morning, then.
Something of an early riser myself.
Oh, we'll look forward to it.
On a case of a missing cadaver. A very strange occurrence today at St. Michael's Catholic Church.
The police just informed us that you reported a murder here, but now the body is missing. Is that correct?
There's every evidence to suggest foul play.
A murder mystery or a miracle at St. Michael's? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
That's not what he said, Your Excellency. They edited that
Bishop,
film.
they have taken this entire thing out of context.
Yeah.
Frank, I understand how
Well,
these
now, I
things
know
work.
in the past I've indulged myself in a few flights of fancy. Oh, I'm sort of an armchair detective.
So I've heard.
Getting late. We better be leaving. Good evening, Sister Stephanie.
Good evening, Your Excellency.
See you in the morning.
What do you think?
I think you should start looking for a good pair of snowshoes.
Oh. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Marie was kind enough to let me in. So I took the liberty of putting my things in the spare bedroom at the end of the hall upstairs.
Oh, that's fine.
Had a very invigorating run this morning. Oh, and I hope you don't mind I helped myself to those leftover muffins.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, dear. They weren't leftovers, were they? They were your breakfast. I'm terribly sorry. I assumed you'd eaten hours ago. I'll have Marie fix you something.
No, it's fine. Marie is already gone for the weekly shopping.
Let me freshen that for you. Here we go.
Morning.
Morning.
Company?
Father Prestwick has moved in.
You think he's moved in now? Just wait.
I can wait. Steve,
What?
look at this.
What?
That's the man who died in the confessional.
Yeah, but Skid Row is across town. How did he get there?
Excellent question. Let's go.
Go where?
To the morgue.
Here we are. Where are we?
I read about this gentleman in the paper.
Yes, him.
I believe he's been in our... Do you want to go through with this?
Frank, I've seen dead bodies before.
Okay.
Shot 3 times.
Thank you. Are you all right?
Sure.
Found.
Junkyard near Comiskey Park.
Oh. Any identification at all? Wallet, credit cards, keys?
Not a thing.
Any eyewitness to the shooting?
Some Skid Row bum calls himself Eddie the Artist.
Well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
I have?
Yes. At least now I know it was him, whoever he was. Excuse us, please. Pardon us.
Sorry, Father. Better stay back. Steve.
How you doing, Arthur? It's from the neighborhood. Best shoplifter on the block.
That was then.
Yeah, we look pretty good in our uniforms, don't you think?
Better than one that's gray with numbers.
So, what's going on here?
Locals like to roost in there and get toasted. That one took a header of some kind.
His name wouldn't be Eddie the Artist by any chance, would it?
How'd you know?
It's my lucky day.
Not you.
Frank. Frank, he's Jewish.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Where did you learn that?
My best friend is a rabbi.
Oh. Hey, Frank, look.
Bye.
Bye, Father. Bye, Steve. Sister.
See ya. Somebody paid Eddie the Artist to be an eyewitness.
Yeah, that's their eyewitness retirement program. Listen, I noticed from the marks on his throat that he was choked.
Shouldn't we tell Arthur?
Well, the coroner will see those marks. The rest of it, let's keep to ourselves until we really have something.
Something like what?
Like whatever's behind a mirror at Delmonico's. Let's see. We covered Delmonico Cleaners, Delmonico Roofing, Delmonico Restaurant. They don't open till 6.
Frank?
Delmonico's Pastries, they went out of business.
Frank, why don't we try this one?
Delmonico Apartments. But they're not in the phone book. How did you...
I just saw it just now.
Providence, sister. Providence.
Yes, sir, Father. Can I help you today?
Well, actually, you can. Do you recognize this man?
Well, it looks like... No, it couldn't be.
Well, maybe it could. Who is it?
Well, it looks like Mr. Jericho in the penthouse. It says here it's a derelict.
Well, I certainly hope it's not your Mr. Jericho, but we've been asked to look into it. Could you let us into his apartment, please?
Oh, I don't know.
He asked us to pick up something from his apartment. Behind the mirror, wasn't it, Father?
That's what he said, yes.
He said it was a matter of life and death.
There's no question about that.
Well,
I guess if you can't trust you two, who can you trust?
That is a thought.
Something wrong?
Not yet. May I come in?
What do you want?
Listen, we're closing in on a situation, so you won't be hearing from Phil for a while.
Why not?
Claudia, that's all I can tell you right now.
Well, I can talk to him, though, right?
I don't think so. He had to go away for a few days, but I'll have him call you as soon as he gets back, okay? You take care.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you. We'll just make ourselves at home.
Someplace.
Uh-huh. Something was taped here.
Yeah, like an envelope, maybe.
Hi, honey, it's me. I haven't heard from you and I was worried. Call me. Bye.
Steve, come in here, please.
Yeah.
This is very strange. He's got new clothes in the closet, shoes that have never been worn. There are things in the bathroom, but nothing personal. There isn't a photo in the room, not even a book next to the bed to give us the slightest clue as to who this guy really was.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the desk. Except for a couple of bills. There's nothing in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be as clean as a pin. No. No, the meet's still on. The club tonight. Relax. Everything's still in place.
Did you learn anything, Father?
Yes. Better late than never.
Frank, the guy in the apartment mentioned a meeting at the club tonight.
Which club was that?
The Mile High Saloon. It's a very posh club over in Skokie, very slick and trendy.
How would you know that?
Jericho's charge card bill. The guy must have partied a lot at the Mile High Saloon. So what if I go and take a look?
Absolutely not.
Can I help you, lady?
Well, I hope so. I'm looking for a bartending gig. Saw your sign outside.
You don't look much like a bar jock.
Napoleon didn't look much like a general. I'm experienced. My old man was an alcoholic.
Huh. Bourbon and water's out of date. Now it's B-52s, zombies, screaming blues, oil slicks, lots of them. And you gotta have hands.
Mind if I borrow your bar? Call him.
Kamikaze. Long Island iced tea. Vulcan mine probe. Blue Hawaiian. Start setting the bar up. We open at 6.
You know, the bishop and I were discussing only just the other day the importance of modernizing the financial side of the church. Take the Vatican, for example.
Marie, have we heard from Sister Steve lately?
Oh, yeah, she said she was doing some volunteer work at a rescue mission. She said not to hold dinner.
What mission?
She didn't say, Father. I heard some weird music in the background.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
My evening rounds.
I must say, you and Sister Steve are very active outside the church. I'll come with you.
What a fine idea. If you've had the necessary shots.
Shots?
Yes. I'm going to visit the exotic disease ward at the county hospital.
Yo, Father, what's your pleasure?
What are you doing back there?
Deep cover. It's paying off, too. Do you remember that guy we saw in Jericho's apartment? His name's Parker. He works here. Check out Mr. Big. His name is Vincent Thielman. He makes everybody here very nervous. He just oozed in a little while ago. He was asking for Phil Jericho. He's got 2 goons by the door.
Who's the woman he's talking?
Her name's Ford. She runs the joint. Frank, be careful.
Good evening.
I gave it the office, Father.
Oh, no, I'm not soliciting. In truth, I'm looking for someone, a man named Jericho, Phil Jericho.
Lost soul?
Oh, I hope not. Someone just told me that you were asking for him. Would you know where I could find him?
Why so interested, Father?
Well, it's been too long since his last confession.
I'll tell him if I see him. Where can he find you?
St. Michael. Thank you.
Problem?
I don't know.
What are they doing?
They're leaving.
Where's the car?
And back.
Let's go.
Hey, Chuck, will you cover for me? What are we looking for here, Frank?
I just wanted to see what they would do if we made them uncomfortable enough at the club. Let's go.
What do we do now?
Follow the leader.
Look. Isn't that Ford's car?
Wait here.
Evening, Father.
Something I can do for you, my child?
No, I don't think so. But there is something I can do for you. Give you a little sage advice. Stay away from things that don't concern you.
That is sage advice.
I can't stress this too strongly. Good night, Father.
Good night.
And as for you?
Yeah?
You're fired.
You know, Frank, I've been thinking, maybe we should clue Sergeant Fulton in on some of this. I mean, it's getting very involved.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But we can't prove any of it. And Ford and Parker won't even admit that they knew Jericho.
Bet on that. Oh, your sermon this morning was really terrific, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very nice. Not much tuna fish left.
Father Prestwick got into it. We're lucky we still have a bowl.
Charity, Steve.
Well, thought the service went rather well this morning. I liked your sermon. You know, the bishop did one very similar once. It was a classic.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
And I have some ideas about improving attendance, which I think we should talk about. Oh, dear, I didn't realize. And I've taken the last of it.
Don't worry about it. Father Frank took a vow of starvation.
A what?
It's all right, Father. I'm not that hungry anyway. Here.
By the way, there's a woman here to see you, a Mrs. Jericho.
Why didn't you say something?
I just did, sister.
Mrs. Jericho, I'm Father Dowling, and this is Sister Stephanie.
Hi.
Well, hello there. What a pretty young lady.
I'll make this brief for her sake. I want you to stop asking around about my husband.
Mrs. Jericho, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. He's gone away. For a long time, we don't know when he'll be back. He had some trouble with some business associates.
What kind of business associates?
I don't know. I never asked. Philip made some mistakes, and now he's paying for them. But his associates have promised to provide for Marianne and me if you stay out of this. Please, Father, for our sake, do what they ask. Please?
Well, of course, this sheds an entirely different light on things.
Well, then, you'll leave this alone?
Don't worry about a thing.
Thank you.
I sure feel sorry for her kid.
That's not her child. In fact, I'd be very surprised if she was really Mrs. Jericho.
What do you mean?
Well, she and the late Mr. Jericho had blue eyes. The girl has brown eyes. It's genetically impossible for two blue-eyed parents to have a brown-eyed child.
Well, why didn't we press her? Why'd you tell her not to worry?
Because that's exactly what I don't want Miss Ford to do.
So what do we do?
I don't know.
I have a suggestion.
And what might that be?
What say you and I take inventory?
Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? 3 o'clock will be fine. No, I'll choose the place if you don't mind. Stockyards. See you there.
Tealman sound nervous?
He's a pro. He'll be there.
Want a drink?
Now let's just go pick up the others.
Okay.
You know, we have time. Let's have one.
Okay. Vodka?
Fine. On second thought, do you have any cognac back there?
Yeah. I got some really good stuff out front.
Forget it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Now, apart from the odd mistake now and then, I admit to being a bit rusty. Don't you think that's a more exhilarating tempo?
Oh, very exhilarating.
Frank, I was looking all over for you. I was at the club
Father, why don't you try it again with even more gusto?
Excellent suggestion!
There's a giant gun deal going down today.
What? Where?
Parker and Ford are buying, Tillman's selling at 3, and we've got 45 minutes.
Let's go.
Now that was something, don't you think, Father? Father? Father?
Frank, what are you telling me? You're saying that a guy that does laundry's into some big gun deal?
Deal that's going down in about 10 minutes.
Herbie, all of my credibility, and very possibly my future is on the line here. Philip Jericho died because he uncovered the details of the gun deal that Sister Stephanie heard about today.
Right under your nose in 9 minutes.
You've got to believe us.
All right, pray right about this. Give me Thompson.
Okay, hold it. Give me the signal.
Okay, it's Tillman, right on time.
You two are behind this? You're in serious trouble.
These guys are getting worked over real good.
Yeah, they've been in there an awfully long time.
Come on in, Frank.
Ah, the crime busters.
Allow me, Frank. Jessica Ford, Bureau Chief of the FBI.
You two have managed to do something most people wouldn't dream of.
I don't understand what.
I'll tell you what. An FBI sting that has been 6 months in the planning. A chance to bust one of the biggest arms dealers in the country. An opportunity that might be lost forever. That's what.
But Philip Jericho.
Yeah, who killed him?
He was working undercover for us. Tillman found out and killed him.
Now, if I could think of a charge against the two of you, I'd have you behind bars right now. And until I do, I've done the next best thing. I notified the bishop.
I think it's time for me to buy a pair of snowshoes.
Those two almost cost us a fortune. And a trip to Brazil.
He should be out of our hair now, right?
If he isn't, take care of him.
Is Father Frank still in with the bishop?
The bishop just called in Father Prestwick.
Uh-oh.
How serious is it?
I think Father Frank Dowling is on his way to another parish.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Well, that's terrible. It's all because of this FBI business?
Afraid so.
Well, who'll take over here?
I'd bet on Father Prestwick.
Oh, dear.
Marie, I thought you liked Father Prestwick.
Well, he's no Father Dowling.
Yeah, but you're always saying that Father Dowling is no Father Honecker.
Well, he wasn't. And if he's no Father Honecker, then Father Prestwick is certainly no Father Dowling.
I see what you mean. How bad, Frank?
Well, remember what you said about the bishop maybe sending me to Nome, Alaska?
He didn't.
No. Anchorage.
I'll finish this tomorrow. I got to go.
Marie upset about all this?
Yeah, I think she actually likes you. Is the bishop still here?
Yeah, he's talking to Father Prestwick.
I'm gonna go see if they need anything.
Your Excellency, I cannot tell you how much this vote of confidence means to me.
Yes, I'm sure, Father.
Your Excellency, may I have a word with you, please?
Of course.
Privately.
Oh, excuse me.
Your Excellency,
Sister Stephanie, you may not go to Anchorage with Father Dowling.
Why not?
Because Father Prestwick and the parish need you here.
But Your Excellency...
There'll be no further discussion. Good day, sister.
Bishop wouldn't let you go with me?
No. Red 9 on a black 10.
Honey, go play upstairs for Mommy, okay? Come on. How did you get in here?
I think it would be a good idea if you went away for a while.
Philip's in some kind of trouble, isn't he?
No, it's just a precaution. You know the rules.
Okay, I'll go to my mother's.
I've got the number. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Claudia, relax. Business is great.
Don't let me interrupt.
You're not. Thank you.
Sure.
I've been thinking there's something about this whole business that's always bothered me.
Specifically.
A man is shot, mortally wounded. Comes into my confessional and he says, Delmonico's behind a mirror.
And?
He doesn't say call the FBI, not even the police. So we go to Delmonico's apartments, look behind the mirror, and find that there was something taped there, but it had been removed. Now, what if it wasn't Thielman and his people that Jericho was afraid of?
You mean he was worried about somebody in the FBI?
Well, they had access to his apartment. What if one of them removed whatever it was behind his mirror? Most likely a letter of some sort.
Frank, do you really want to pursue this theory? I mean, under the circumstances?
Steve, Philip Jericho came into my church looking for someone he could trust, that he could rely on. Now, I can't rest until I know what happened to him. Do you still have that tape from the answering machine that you borrowed from the Jericho apartment?
I want some plastic explosives. Enough to blow up a small house. A detonator with about 20 feet of wire. And a acetylene torch with 2 full tanks.
Okay, what do you want it for?
Just get them, okay?
Sure.
Hi, honey, it's me. I haven't heard from you and I was worried. Call me, okay? Bye.
It's hard to say. Do you think it's the real Mrs. Jericho?
Play it again.
Again?
Yeah, and turn up the volume. I want to hear the background noise.
Hi, honey, it's me. I haven't heard from you and I was worried. Call me, okay? Bye.
Sounds like a church.
And a jackhammer. So all we have to know is where they were working on a street near a church.
Maybe we'll find the real Mrs. Jericho.
It's worth a try.
Well, we'll have to check it out with the Department of Public Works.
Oh, there you are, Father. I was wondering if you'd be good enough to go over the parish attendance records with me.
Why, of course. Sister, would you be kind enough to take care of that other matter?
My thought exactly.
Other matter?
Considering a new parka. Something you wear in Alaska?
Oh! Ah, Marie. Glad you're here. Even if a tiny bit late. Here is a shopping list for the week. And if you'd be so kind, see if they have any fresh cantaloupe, not too soft.
How soft is that?
Use your best judgment. I'll be in the church.
Marie.
Yeah?
I'm really sorry to be leaving here. I'm especially gonna miss you.
Well, at least we'll have somebody around here who's organized for a change. Well, I've got to go to market, Father, before the cantaloupes get too soft.
Phone company, check out your terminals.
Come in. What's wrong with them?
We don't know, Father. That's why we gotta check them. Where's the basement?
Down here.
Frank, it's me. I just went to the Department of Public Works, and I think I got it. It's on the corner of Wabash and Armitage. Okay, I'll pick you up. Bye. This street was being repaired the day of the phone call.
Those chimes sound familiar. Sister, I think we're on the right track.
Let's start knocking. Frank, we tried just about every house in the neighborhood. Maybe we were wrong.
Well, let's try one more. Maybe they'll offer us some coffee. My feet are killing me.
Philip worked for the FBI for nearly 15 years. It was hard work and long hours. He was susceptible.
How was that, Mrs. Jericho?
He got hooked on having money, living high, and it changed him. He went on the take.
He double-crossed the FBI?
I can't prove that. But all of a sudden, he had a lot of money to spend. In cash. Are you sure that neither of you?
As a matter of fact, I would enjoy a bit of cognac.
I'm sorry, Father,
That's fine.
Mrs. Jericho, do you know who killed your husband?
The guys who were paying him off. He probably pushed too hard for more money, and they pushed back.
The FBI told you that?
Yes. And they asked me to see you to keep you away from the sting.
Where's your little girl?
The kid. That was their idea. The bereaved widow and all that. Look, they said they'd give me a hand, and after the way Philip left me, I needed one. It's a terrible thing to say, but he'll probably be better off for me dead than alive.
I think you're right. It is a terrible thing to say. Well, obrigado, Mrs. Jericho. That's Portuguese for thank you. I noticed your phrase book. Sister? Bye-bye.
Well, they bought it.
I can't say I'll miss him. I miss you.
Me too. Are you sure she doesn't know about us?
Positive.
Well, we don't have to get right back, do we?
What do we do now, Frank?
Well, I would like to have a look around inside. But how do we get in without breaking and entering?
No problem.
Steve, you did.
Frank, you wouldn't think
Of course not. Let's go. She wasn't very familiar with the house.
How so?
Cognac. I bought one of these as a Christmas present for the bishop last year. I've always wanted one of these. Well, the least they could have done was to put the pictures back.
Hey, what was all all that stuff about the Portuguese phrase book?
Well, maybe she was planning a trip to Portugal or Brazil.
Must be Brazil. Killers never go to Portugal.
Hi, this is Claudia. I'm in Omaha with my mother. I'll be home Sunday, so please leave a message or call back Monday. Wait for the beep.
Hello. That's our first lead.
Sort of. We don't have Mom's name, and Omaha's a big town.
Yeah. Jericho's wedding picture. The real Mrs. Jericho's very attractive. E. Jenkins, fine photography, Omaha, Nebraska. Maybe the photographer has some records on Mrs. Jericho's family.
I'll jump on it. What are you looking for, Frank?
Some canceled checks, blank checks, something that'll tell us where Jericho did his banking. You know, that woman worked hard to convince us that Jericho was being paid off. Let's just see how big the lie really is.
How'd you do?
Well, Mr. Freeman was so glad that I wasn't there for a donation that he gave me a copy of Mr. Jericho's bank statement.
He gave it to you?
Well, I told him someone in our church had passed away and that I was acting on behalf of the family.
Frank, he wasn't exactly a member.
Oh, I just said he was in our parish. Hey, how about this? Two $25,000 checks deposited into the account of Mr. Jericho.
So she was telling the truth about that. The phony Mrs. Jericho, I mean.
Yes, but if Thielman was paying him off, why kill him?
Well, maybe he was pushing for more money.
Oh. Well, this is odd. The last check was deposited the day before Jericho died. Why pay him and then have him killed?
Well, Frank, anybody could deposit money into someone's account.
You're right. I certainly would like to know if it was Thielman.
We can find that out. All we need is his checkbook.
And how do we get that? Oh, that's how we get that.
Do you know what the winters are like in Anchorage, Frank?
That was really quite delicious. I'm not usually a pot roast man myself, but I gave Marie explicit instructions that for the next 48 hours, she's to make only your favorite dishes.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Well, I realize we don't know each other very well, and this isn't exactly a happy time. But I do wish you well in your new assignment, Father.
Well, thank you. And I'm sure you'll do a fine job here, too. Especially with Sister Steve giving you her full cooperation and support.
Actually, I have to admit I'm looking forward to it. There's so much to be done, and it's really quite a challenge. And I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with you, Sister.
I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with you either.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a day.
Me too.
Well, I was rather looking forward to going over a few things with you tonight, Father. You haven't been around much and have something of a lengthy list.
Well, then we'll take it up first thing in the morning. I'm afraid I'd be of no use to you tonight.
Oh. Fine.
I'll clear the table.
I'm going to lend you a hand. Oh, you can retire, Father.
Yeah, we'll take care of this.
Very kind of you. Actually, I was thinking that...
A look at Thielman's book should tell us if Jericho's on the payroll.
Well, question is, how do we get in?
take a look?
Be careful.
Modify our deal.
$1.5 million.
Why should I drop $500,000 from my price?
Because you got the guns for drugs, which cost 1/3 of that. And because you don't have any other ready buyers, or you wouldn't risk selling to me after what's happened. Suit yourself.
When do we do it?
Tomorrow.
I found a list of payoffs. The thing was 2 pages long.
Was Jericho on the list?
If there's nothing else, I'll see you tomorrow.
There's a deserted warehouse on Clark off 22nd.
I'll find it.
1 o'clock.
See what that is. Anything? Why don't you guys check out the whole place? I'll see you in my office. It's just short in the equipment. It happens all the time.
Tillman's payoff list. Jericho's not on it, but I recognize a few of the names.
Yeah? Yeah, so do I. Well, there's a congressman, senator, and a couple of federal judges. But no Philip Jericho. And that can only lead us to one conclusion, that somebody in the FBI framed and killed Jericho. You pick me up first thing in the morning.
I'll be here.
There you are.
Good evening, Father.
I'm glad you think so, Father Dowling.
Something wrong?
Well, I'd say there's a good deal wrong. You two are always running off, doing who knows what, even after you have paid a rather severe penalty for your indiscretions. I am constantly being treated as though I'm some sort of
Interloper?
Thank you. Now, I have tried to be charitable and understanding, but you two are really trying my patience. Now, I am responsible for this parish, and I would appreciate some straight answers. Sister Stephanie, where have you been? Don't look to Father Dowling, sister. I am in charge here, and you can answer to me.
Sister, I think you should say goodnight.
You'll stay right here, sister.
Father Prestwick, let's clarify something, shall we? Until Monday morning, I am still the priest of this parish, not you. And I shall set the rules, not you. And the first rule is that you will stop interrogating me regarding my whereabouts. The second is that you'll stop hovering around here like some sort of specter. And if you want a little friendly advice, it wouldn't hurt you to get to know the members of this parish instead of worrying about the inventory. Not once in all the conversations that we've had have you made inquiries into the well-being of our parishioners. All you're concerned about is the business of the church. Well, the business of the church is its congregation. And the sooner you learn that, the better you'll be able to serve them.
Good night.
You look like somebody who needs an omelet.
This is delicious. I didn't know you were such a good cook.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I kind of learned how to cook in self-defense. Because my mom would always wait for my dad to come home before she'd start cooking. Because sometimes he'd never show up, or if he did, he'd pass out or something. So I learned to cook.
Good for you.
Frank, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
We think somebody in the FBI is behind this, right? Which means either Ford, Parker, or the fake Mrs. Jericho. Well, they sure been a step ahead of us all the way. Like today, how did they know to have the fake Mrs. Jericho there waiting for us?
Of course.
What are we looking for, Frank?
This. This is how they knew.
How do you like that? They bugged our phone. Can I talk to Frank?
Just a moment. It's for you.
Thank you. Yes, Steve.
Frank, you were right. I just talked to the photographer in Omaha, the one that photographed the Jericho's wedding. Yeah, well, he knows the wife's family, and I just spoke to her.
What did she say?
Well, she's flying out today to meet us. She wants to go over the case with us. I don't think she trusts the FBI either.
Well, I don't know if it's safe to meet her here.
Well, I told her to meet us at Civic Center Park at 3 o'clock.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
Now we'll see.
I never trusted any of them. They called me at my mother's and told me that Philip had been killed in the line of duty. I don't know why, but I never really believed it.
Why don't you go to a hotel? We'll let you know.
Would you please give us your blessing, sister?
God bless you. And God bless you.
Come on, sweetie.
I was wondering who might show up.
My money was on Parker.
You two won't leave well enough alone, will you?
What did Jericho have on you, Miss Ford? Why did you have him killed?
Aren't you supposed to be on your way to Alaska, Father?
Somebody had to make that deposit into Jericho's account.
I bet if we ran a check on your bank statement, we'd come up with something.
Let me ask you a question, Father. Did you really think that I'd come here alone?
Come on.
Watch it!
This doesn't change anything, you know. All you're doing is buying a little time.
Come here.
Bishop's gonna be very upset about this.
Hurry up. Let's go.
Not that I'm complaining, but why didn't they do us in?
I think they just wanted us out of the way until the gun deal goes down today.
Frank, what are you doing?
I think we can work this post loose.
Yeah, but what if it's supporting the roof or something?
Oh, I don't think it's supporting anything.
I really don't think it's a good idea, Frank.
Oh, come on now, heave. 1, 2, 3. Steve,
Yeah,
are you all right?
I'm fine. I don't think engineering is your long suit.
Oh, come on, let's get to a phone. Oh, well, I didn't have any change on me anyway. Steve, what are you doing?
Frank, get on!
How did you manage this?
Wasn't easy. I've never hot-wired a tractor before.
And you don't know how to drive one either, huh?
Well, how tough can it be?
Yeah.
Why would an FBI chief knock off one of her own guys?
Because maybe it was Ford that was on the take and not Jericho.
Or Jericho had something on her. That's why Jericho hid the evidence behind the mirror. But Ford got there before we did.
I can't go around arresting senior members of the FBI without some kind of evidence.
Herbie, Sergeant, if we don't get to Ford before this gun deal today, we're probably going to lose her altogether.
She's gonna skip town with the money or the guns, or she would have killed us.
She figured that by the time we got to you, it would be too late. Now, you got to do something. There isn't a minute to lose.
Frank, I just can't.
All right, then. We know where this deal is going off.
Going down.
Going down. And we're going there with or without you.
You can't do that.
At this point, I've got nothing to lose. Come on, sister.
Frank, come back here. You too.
All right.
Keep an eye on him, Frank. It's okay, I'll do it.
Let's go by the club. Maybe we can head off Ford and Parker.
Agent Parker.
Now will you believe me, Herbie?
I'll take the keys to the van. All right, that's it. Mr. Tillman, you're under arrest. FBI. All right, book them and read them their rights. No hard feelings.
Drop dead.
Well, you're too late to foul it up this time. What kept you?
Your kidnapping us didn't help.
Really, Father, you ought to give your imagination a rest before it gets the better of you.
Whatever your plan was, it's not going to work now. I told him everything.
Oh, you did? Do you have a problem with something, Sergeant?
Your agent, Parker, is dead. The club you were using.
Parker. He was a good man. I'll make sure Tillman buys it for that. Anything else?
No, I guess not.
I know that you killed Philip Jericho.
Goodbye, Father.
She's getting away with it.
Did the best you could, Frank.
Frank, I'm telling you, you can't.
Frank, we just missed our ride. Frank, you're not gonna try to lift that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I think I've got it.
Flight 921 from New York will be delayed for takeoff due to weather conditions and Kennedy. Attention, please. Flight 921 from New York will be delayed due to weather conditions.
One of the problems with international flights is the odd hours and days that they leave and arrive.
Excuse me.
Certainly can be an inconvenience, particularly to someone who is looking for a speedy getaway. Oh, you're leaving without your companions? I see you have 3 boarding passes.
Don't turn around, Father. I'm gonna take a walk over to the elevators.
Since you came through the same metal detectors as everyone else, it's unlikely you have a weapon. Give yourself up. I told the police how you staged your own death with that lightweight manhole cover, making your getaway possible. You're finished, Miss Ford.
Let's go.
You're not going to Rio. The money is.
I realize the 3 of you were a team, but it's probably just as well that you didn't go on that trip with her. She killed Parker.
What?
You didn't know? I'm sorry. But she probably would have killed you too when she had no further use for you.
What's he saying?
I want to talk with my lawyer.
Is Father Frank still in with the bishop?
The bishop just called in Father Prestwick. How serious is it?
Well?
I'm staying.
Isn't that great, Marie?
Well, I'm not sure it matters which priest we have here. The hard work always seems to fall on you know who. Well, I'm going to the market. Gonna get a pot roast.
What about Father Prestwick?
Anchorage. Those long winter nights, the icy cold, the frozen north. What an extraordinary challenge.
Well, I'm sure you're just the man for the job, Father.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And don't think that I've forgotten the advice you gave me, Father Frank. I'm going to whip that congregation into shape.
I'm sure you will.
Go get him, Father.
Oh, yes, the bishop's waiting. I really should go. Time for long goodbyes. Thank you.
Black 8 on the red 9.